A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. In this channeling session, I would be talking about the karmic energies or the karmic losing its power and energy because the divine feminine has realized that she is the person who is giving her the power. If she takes her attention away, then the karmic would lose her power. And with good amount of practice, she has been able to do that. And the divine masculine is literally sort of feeling the love again for divine feminine, which he had lost. And at the same time, he is able to kind of understand that he too was escaping from the love of divine feminine because he could not handle the love and there was something that was stopping him. So in that escape mode, he chose the karmic, and he doesn't love the karmic as well. So he is feeling a lot of sadness. He's troubled because obviously when you don't love a person and the other person also doesn't love you, but you have made some kind of a commitment, it could be a business commitment or some kind of a ceremony, some kind of a engagement, or something like a live-in relationship where they signed a lease for a house and he paid up in advance. Something happened which was so drastic, and he took that drastic step only because he really want to get away from the divine feminine. He now realizes that he made a very, very, very big mistake and he is sort of stuck. He is in the trap. So he's not feeling any of that happiness or excitement that he was feeling earlier. Now the reason this is happening clearly is because obviously the twin flame, as in the DM and the DF, they only want to be with each other. But why all these people come in between the karmics on the side of divine feminine as well as divine masculine at different intervals or different time zones, or sometimes because of opposite polarity? The feminine meets the karmics when she is healing and the masculine meets the karmic beforehand. In between, there is also a phase that is sort of a center point where both of them are in hermit mode or both of them are in some kind of a celibacy mode. Those things can also play out. In this channeling specifically, I'm going to relay the karmic is distant from the divine masculine, but why she gets into this life cycle or his lifestyle or how they come close is because the power is given by none other than the divine feminine. The divine feminine may not want to accept it or believe it, but if she closely looks at all the details, she got more power after the divine feminine started stalking too much, or she got very insecure. Maybe it was because of a fight, or he started ignoring her, was not taking the messages or replying to her. And, she immediately started thinking that there could be someone else in his life. Maybe he has chosen someone else. So even before he chose someone else, she was so focused on that thought that he has indeed chosen someone else that she started looking for proofs and signs. And in spirituality also, and even in twin flame relationships, we tell people to look for signs only when you need some kind of a testimonial. Sometimes we even say that you don't need any proofs, but the sign from the universe or the source will come to you on its own. You don't have to look for it. You just have to let it go, and the universe will give you a sign, a positive sign that you're on the right path. But when you are hunting for negativity or you're hunting for something to go wrong, that's when your method of looking for the signs is also full of anxiety, it's full of fear, it's full of insecurity. And in this channeling too, what I'm being shown is that the divine feminine went through a lot of anxiety, and because of which she manifested the whole relationship and whatever she could think, that he's happy with her, or he's enjoying with her, or he's in a commitment with her, he's in a public arrangement with her, and also comparing that he never did this for me, he never did that for me. And the reason specifically that why, he's not able to be with me. Say, for example, she thinks that, there is a problem with the age. So she sees, or she starts looking for those particular messages, or she starts stalking for information where he could be talking to someone younger. Or if she's very confident that no, he loves me only, and as per, from the love perspective, nothing can come in between, but it could be something else like maybe social status, or it could be something else like he has another dream. So in that case, he is going to create a karmic pattern, not a relationship, but like a hobby, or not even a hobby, like a bad habit, or some kind of an addiction, or some kind of a project he will take up. He's going to shift to another city, something, which is not involving a relationship with another person, but it is a very old, sort of a space or a place or a reason or some kind of a belief where she feels that due to this, the person will never give me time. Maybe when she was young, in her family, she saw that the father and mother could never give each other time because of work. They were always overworked, or there was always some kind of a crisis in the house, or there was something, always happening, like maybe the father was overseas and the mother took it in a very negative light. She would keep crying in front of the children. She would keep complaining in front of the children that your father left me because, the job was more important, or the money was more important, or, XYZ reasons basically. So those reasons will get manifested, and he would be like, no, I can't give you time. And, he would start ignoring her and things like that. This also means in a great deal that her focus is also way too much on the divine masculine and not on her. If her focus is on her, then she would be thinking about doing her own things, and thus, the energy will be staying wherever it is supposed to stay. That's why, again, I repeat here in this channeling also, the mission work is very important. What you love, you need to find that out, is very, very important. Otherwise, you can keep falling into this trap. Maybe you love to travel and you go out somewhere, and after you come back after 1 month, 2 months, you're so refreshed, you're like so energized. You see the divine masculine in a completely different light, and he starts contacting you and messaging you. He starts apologizing to you and you feel good. But after he comes back, you don't travel. You don't do anything that you love. Traveling is just an example, guys. Don't take it too seriously. Basically, people travel also because they want happiness. What if you can create that happiness within you without really traveling to another country or another city? This is the same thing that he also, sort of mirrors, because he is also running away from the same city or from the same place because he does not want to face the same monotonous routine because he's not able to find happiness in that. So any which way, in this channeling, the good thing is, the positive side is that the karmic energy becomes weak because the divine feminine stops giving it any importance. She doesn't think too much of it, and she doesn't even make a big deal out of it. She's like, yeah, many people have relationships when they break up or, when they get separated. It's okay. Maybe he wants to be with someone else and try it out, how it goes. Obviously, he's gonna come back to me because he loves only me, and I'm the only person who makes him truly happy. So, even if she tries or even if he tries, it's okay. Like, who cares? In the meantime, I'm gonna enjoy my life and I'll love what I do and I'll be happy. I will not depend on the DM for my happiness. I have my source. I have my real source of happiness. So she starts thinking on those lines. She makes a big shift in her thoughts, and obviously when your thoughts change, your destiny changes, your life changes. And as I said in the past also, the more the feminine stalk the karmic and the DM and the karmic's family and the DM's family, and look, everybody possible, there's nothing wrong in checking out other people's profiles. I mean, it's okay if you they're friends with you or you know them or things like that, but unnecessarily spending hours and hours making meaning out of words. If you like some of her posts or some of her status, there's a heart to it, you make a big deal out of it, whatever. I mean, the feminine is not able to go to solitude back then, was not able to, but after she sees that she has manifested so much just because of her focused attention on something negative, it would be better if she spends time in solitude and she spends time alone and she tries to work the things out and she tries to heal the traumas, release the fears, and get into inner work mode and therapy mode without any results in her mind, like if I do this, then I will get the DMs messages, or he will come running to me, or he will apologize to me. In my opinion, a lot of feminines also give too much importance to the contact, like one message from the DM and she goes like, oh my god, he has messaged me. Or, you know, she finds out that he has unblocked her, she goes like, wow, he has unblocked me. So basically these things should not be taken so seriously. And she realizes that, okay, he unblocked me. Okay, so he messaged me. That's okay. When you love someone, you're definitely going to talk to them, right? See, she starts thinking like that. So, the karmic energies also go weaker, because whatever the karmic debt was that she had to clear with the karmic also have contracts with the divine feminine. Some of them are there to even help the divine feminine, because in the past life the divine feminine probably did something good for them, so they are returning it. Yeah, you might think, wow, what a nice way of returning it, but that's because you're thinking from your very limited human perspective, where envy and envy is too high. So once you lose the envy, that person will also lose the power, because the only reason why you got triggered by her presence or by her profile or by the information you saw about her, or maybe you saw them talking to each other together, whatever, he could be talking to 100 other people, and we all do that. We all communicate with so many people. But something that triggered you about her led to your focus being more and more on her. Like you could have, when you met that person, you thought that, oh my god, this person is going to snatch away my love from me, or she has something in her. Maybe she has some money, or she has some influence. Maybe she has some kind of positivity or something, that is pulling my love towards her. Whereas my love and, the love that I have with me and my true love is pure love, is genuine love. My love has the same amount of feeling for me. This person just came in the middle from nowhere. Or maybe, this person, you're not able to see that. Maybe this person is a friend, or maybe this person is also being genuinely good, or, just helpful or whatever. But you're not able to see it like that, because something she possesses, you don't have that, according to you. Maybe she has a lot of friends. You see her hanging out with a lot of girls, and you feel like, oh, she has a girl gang. I don't have a girl gang. Or, you feel that her parents pamper her a lot. She is like the apple of their eye, and you feel my parents don't pamper me at all. She is better than me. Or she has some sibling bond that you see that the siblings are very close to her and your siblings are not close to you. It can be just about anything. It can be some kind of physical trait. So you gotta heal that in you. You gotta, whatever triggers about her in you, those are the things that you need to transmutate into love. That anger, that fear, that frustration has to be transmutated, so that you also see that you probably possess more or other qualities which are really beautiful about you, and you don't have to get into that comparison mode or that envy mode with another person. So that balance has to be created, the work that is being done. So the DM is also sort of helping you out, because he is also trying to bring you to balance. He's doing that so that you can come in balance. And your twin flame most likely runs away from you, or the situation, or the connection, or anything. That's because, he's not able to handle that type of energy, that chaser energy, that you're mine, you're only mine, you're supposed to be only mine. And nobody is yours, and you belong to nobody, from a universal perspective. And then the vice versa also applies, that you are mine and I am yours. That also applies. But then everything has to be done in a very let go, surrender way. So on this note, I'm going to end this channeling. Thank you so much for being here with me. One love and peace out.